Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you're tuning in, you're live with Chisa Penix Brown. I'm the chief curator at Give It to the People, and we do Give It to the People live to focus on mental wealth for women-owned businesses and BIPOC businesses, helping you get your mind and your money right.
Hey, y'all. Listen, I'm coming out here today to give you all of this glamorousness, okay? Y'all getting a little hair color. Y'all getting flowers in the background. We changed our little scenery today. Usually we're over there on that side of the room, and today we're over here at the desk area because I have the CEO in the building with me today. So I had to get in my CEO seat because CEO NIKKI is going to be here today. Now, listen, I'm going to let her introduce herself, but when you looked on the graphics and everything, it said Erika, right? And yeah, that's her name, okay? But when I met her, it was CEO NIKKI, okay? And she gave me all the life because you know I love a good extrovert, okay? Let me just prep you. A good extrovert, but somebody that's actually saying something, somebody that's actually doing what they say that they're going to do, that's making an impact, and she gonna give you a look, okay? She gonna give you a nasty eyebrow, honey. She gonna give you, and you know how I love my glasses, she gonna give you all of that energy. That's the type of energy that you need for Women's History Month. And so when I said, okay, who do I need to get on this month? I was like, NIKKI, can you get this date? And she was like, yeah, I got it. So I was like, okay, let's get it in. So let me, without further ado, bring on CEO NIKKI. What's up, girl?
Hey, sis. Hey, y'all.
Yes. Okay. So now CEO NIKKI is when we met. We met at National Natural Hair Meetup Day. So this was many years ago.
Yes.
And both of us ended up being speakers. And I was like, I like this energy. I really like this energy. And after that, we just became friends. So sometimes just meeting in, places, being there, and as we say, showing up, showing out, that is the energy, but also reaching out to each other and connecting. And then that's how we're still together years later. So just tell them about you, because you see Coach NIKKI up here. She's not playing with y'all.
Listen, I'm so happy to just be in this space right now. So I am a triple certified life coach. I'm a certified life coach, career coach, and holistic life coach. I've been coaching now for, 11 years now. But I always tell people, the best way to kind of identify what Her Life Coaching, I'm the owner of Her Life Coaching LLC and the co-founder of Hyper Women's Empowerment. But my life coaching business, I teach people how to live their lives beyond the vision board. So we have all these vision board activities. This is usually the time of year where everyone's trying to hone in on what their vision is. But a lot of times they can't connect the two. They can't connect all the magazine clippings with how that relates to your life. And so people hire me and I guide them to that ultimate vision. I guide them and teach them all of the things that they need to equip themselves to be the version of themselves that they need to be. So really blessed to be in this space. I'm also really blessed to just be able to kind of talk to a lot of the minds, the clients, these visions that they have. It's a beast, and the world is not ready for what they're trying to give. And so me being able to be trusted with someone's vision, with someone's future, that's something I don't take lightly. So I'm really excited to be in this space.
No, and I mean, the thing is, so when we met, I think I had probably just released the 90-day focus.
Yeah,
your action plan for success that you can get on Amazon. Had just released it. And one of the things that I thought was the most impactful and powerful things, which is how I knew I was going to love you on top of that. She was like, okay, I'm going to get the book. I love the book. And she was like, well, can I use your book to work with my coaching clients? And I was just like, yes, that was the whole point, was for people to get it and to be able to use it to not only hopefully help themselves, but to help the people that are around them. But the fact that you asked, because people steal, honey. And so the thing that I loved about you was listen, sis, I want to do this. And so what can we do? And I think it's just been one of those mutually respectful relationships, right? Yeah. And so for me, I think that a lot of people may have a problem with that. So when we talk about life coaching, and let's just kind of wrap it into women, people will always say, oh my God, I can't get along with women, right? And I'm just saying, people is other women that will say that.
Right.
Why do you think that is such a prevalent because I guess it's reality for some people, but you think it's that they're not reaching out? Do you think it's that they're not confident? Because when we talk about what we do, we try to instill confidence in people. And I know you definitely do that. What do you think is that problem that women have? What can we do?
I think we are just now becoming a society and a culture that is making it okay to heal. And a lot of people don't understand that the very thing that keeps you from your own success is allowing yourself the space to heal. And a lot of people have not had safe spaces. I mean, let's be honest. We've been in, and we've seen with our own eyes where we meet people and we can't feel like we can be our authentic selves and tell our story and let people into, what our struggles are. And I will go as far as to say, social media has definitely played a big part in that. It's almost like it's taboo to post your failure or to post that you're not okay, or you have to post anything at all. Like, I would say social media definitely plays a part in that, but I think that's essential to what we do in our businesses, to be able to have a platform to teach women that it's okay to heal at your own pace. It's okay to heal, period. Healing isn't just, okay, I have given this to the Lord and I'm reading my Bible or I'm meditating or because let's be honest, healing is not a pretty process. And I'll tell anybody, I'm not here to glorify the beauty of healing because it ain't. It's not pretty at all. So to answer your question, I think we are just becoming a space where we can say, okay, I can heal here. But people haven't allowed themselves to do that work. And that's why they're like, oh, I don't get along with other women, or I ain't about to get no coach that's a woman because we just don't get along. When really you don't get along with other women because you don't get along with yourself.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Let me. I gotta swing back. Hold on. Wow. Okay.
Not shaking tambourine.
Listen, what I'm telling you. So the thing about that you said is sometimes I love the idea of we haven't healed, and it's definitely not a pretty thing. And I could say that I think that people have probably felt more comfortable expressing themselves as a result of everything that happened with COVID, because it put everybody in a situation where it's like, oh, we're all in the same boat. We're experiencing this together. And so when you said, basically that they're not with themselves, right? Like, I think that's an important factor because for me, I can say, I try to get along with everybody, right? Like, unless you do something or you're nasty, like I'm gonna try to just at least give, a half a chance and see what's going to go on. And, I do also think that there is discernment that's there of your not feeling something that's going on with that person, right?
Yes.
So give them a chance and give yourself a chance. And a lot of times I would say with what we're doing, and you more specifically, because you're really focusing on the life side of things, right? I'm more so focusing on the business side of things. But I always tell people, if the life side is messed up, the personal, the business side will be messed up too.
Yes.
So in this journey of you doing this life coaching, right? What does it look like for someone who's never had a life coach to give up? Because that's really what they're doing, right? They're giving up a little piece of themselves to say, I'm vulnerable enough to share this with you. And I know that I need help because I'm recognizing I'm not where I want to be. I'm recognizing I'm not getting what I want to get. And I want to be able to change that. So what does that look like for people?
So I allow my clients the space to be, and I truly meet them where they are. I'm not expecting them to have certain benchmarks or prerequisites to be with me or to hire me as their coach. My only expectation is for them to bring their full authentic self to session, right? To give what it is that you're expecting to receive. So, because there is that reciprocity that has to happen between a coach and the client. In the consultation phase, one thing that I've learned when I'm meeting with potential clients is that what they say they need is not really what they need. And so a life coach asks powerful questions to get to the heart of the need. I'll take this for example. One of my clients, I love her dearly. And I know she's watching, and she's going to be like, you ain't have to just do me
Put me
like
out
that. But I ain't gonna say her name.
No, we're not gonna say no.
I ain't gonna say her name. But she still is my client, love her dearly. When she came to me, she was like, I need a business coach.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, cool. So let's talk about what that looks like. Mm-hmm. And so she's telling me what she needs and how she was really desiring to be an entrepreneur, to get her baby off the ground, to do all of these things. But by the end of our consultation, I said, so it's not that you need a business coach. You don't need someone to help you with your business. You need consistency. Baby, the way she said, hold on, let me go to the bathroom real quick and come back and get my life together because I don't know what you just did to me right now, but my edges are gone. So give me a second. Okay, let's talk about it. Because a lot of times we think that we need a business coach or, oh, I need a financial advisor or I need this, when really it's not the financial advisor that you need, it's discipline. Mm-hmm. It's not the business coach. Mm-hmm. It's the consistency. You're not seeing the fruit of the labor of your business because you're not being consistent. Mm-hmm. You're not telling people who you are and what you can provide. Therefore, people can't come to you for the things that you do provide. Mm-hmm. And so when we got down to the meat and potatoes of what the real need was, we were able to connect how consistency shows up in your marriage, how consistency shows up with your children. What mm-hmm. does consistency look like with yourself? Because if you can't provide consistency in these spaces, there's no way that you can provide consistency with your business. Mm-hmm. And so I ask powerful questions. I make sure that they understand that I'm not here to condemn anyone for the decisions that they have made or the lack of decisions that they've made. Mm-hmm. My only job is to ask the powerful questions to guide you to where you want to be. Mm-hmm. So that's what that looks like. And also being able to understand that not every client is for me and vice versa.
There you go.
I don't go into a coaching relationship with expectations just from my end and not expect them to not have any as well. Mm-hmm. They may need something that I just don't give because that's just not my coaching style, or mm-hmm. that's not how my business model is made. And so I always give referrals. Sometimes we uncover that coaching is not necessarily for a client. Maybe they need to consult a mental health therapist and, talk about what that looks like. But it's really just getting to the heart of what you need. And then if I can't provide it, I got I got a gang of people that can get you what you need. So that's what it looks like. It's just being able to have them have their own space and say what they need and then uncover the why of the need. That's mm-hmm. typically what this looks like with me.
No, I like that. And one thing I would say about you that I think is different than some life coaches as well, you said triple certified. Mm-hmm. And, and I'm going to say this, not an offense to anything, because, I try to tell the truth and I always try to keep it transparent. It's a bunch of people out here claiming they're life coaches. Okay. And I'm not saying that they're not. Okay. Because I believe, if that's what you want to call yourself, then that is the case. But I do think that it's just like, if you're going to do anything well, you have to go through some things as far as some type of training that makes sense. And a lot of times in this particular discipline, things are not as regulated. So there are people that are just like, well, today I'm going to be a life coach. Now, me personally, social media comes into play. All right. So, I got to bring this in because you said it. Yes. When I see your life looks a mess. And then I'm like, well, how are you coaching XYZ? And I just have to be honest with you because I've seen some people that are like, oh, I'm a life coach now. And I'm just like, oh, okay. But you are so messy.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's kind of like when a parent is like, well, do what I say, but then they don't actually do the thing that they're saying. So you want somebody to listen to you and pay attention. Do you feel like your own individual life is also a representation of what you put out in your business? Because, we do the affirmations, you bought your house. I saw y'all were writing the stuff inside of the house. I mean, I personally have seen the growth, but it's somebody that's just like, this is my first time seeing her, so I don't know anything. And why would you recommend her, right? And so those are some of the things that I think about. Like, are you conscious of what you put out? In relation to allowing your clients to maybe see your vulnerability, your journey through things. And do you think that makes a difference in your business?
Absolutely. I made the decision when I started my business. I've had business mentors and such. So it was just like, oh, you got to separate, your personal and your business. And, I said, that's cool. But I am a walking billboard for how I am able to matriculate through this life. Mm-hmm. I was my first client.
Come on.
That's what I tell people. I was my first client. And so, glory, I was my first client. And so for me, it's important for people to see the different aspects of what a balanced life looks like. Now, I will also say this. That does not mean my life is perfect. That does not mean I have all the answers. It does not mean that I am the Dalai Lama of all things life. I have bad days. Mm-hmm. I struggle with me. My confidence gets low sometimes. I have anxiety sometimes about, being able to be called up and called out by, the ancestor spirit, what have you. Like, I have those things, but the difference between how I go through and balance those things and from someone who may not have those tools yet is that I have the tools. Mm-hmm. And I'm still acquiring new tools to be able to kind of juggle this thing called life. Because again, healing is an ongoing process. Mm-hmm. You healed from something in 2003, but you still got something that happened last week that's going to take a whole nother process for you to heal. It's an evolution that it just doesn't stop. I was telling one of my best friends this past weekend, it's almost like we strive to get to this version of ourselves and we get there and we're like, yeah, I like this version. Mm-hmm. And then you don't realize that all the time that you took to strive to get to be that one person, now you on to the next version of yourself before you can even bask in the one that you've been striving to get to. And I'm like, I'm not that person anymore. Mm-hmm. Why not? Because I'm evolving. And so for me, when people look at my life, I want them to be able to say she lived life on her own terms. Mm-hmm. And I want to teach other people how to live life on their own terms as well, because that's how you show up your full self. That's how you're able to sit in the vision that you created by being able to say, I'm owning where I am in this space of my life. Mm-hmm. Whether you like it, whether your mama like it, my mama like it, my grandmama like it, it's important for me to own it because it's mine. Yeah. And it belongs to me.
No, I mean, for me, I just enjoy what you just said. Like that's I just got to take it and say I enjoyed that, because I think that a lot of times for me, I see that people are not appreciative of where they're at right now. Mm-hmm. And I think that pausing to realize, wow, look what I have. I think we're always striving for something better. So you're always like, well, I don't have this. And I always use the phrase yet. Right. Yes. Because me and my husband, this morning, we're talking and I was like, well, listen, it's some things that I want to do, but I am not ready for that yet. Like I know I will be ready for that, but at the level that I need to be at for that thing, you got to get through the rest of this year. Right. And so what I always think is I try to look at gradual progression, like that it doesn't have to be something that is rushed into. And I used to do that, like in the youth, the youth, right? Right. You used to rush into everything. And then it's like, okay, well, now I got it, but then am I even ready for that thing that I said that I wanted? And so I'm always a big believer in now definitely taking smaller chunks, right? And smaller bites, smaller steps. And so that's why, to me, the 90-day focus is still an important factor in my life, because that is how I live it. And if it's not in that 90-day focus, then we need to be working on the next thing, right?
Absolutely.
So if a person says, okay, I'm looking for a coach, is she the right one for me? Should I talk to Coach Nikki? What are some of the things that you would say that you offer that make you the right coach for somebody? Or you can answer it where you say, this person is the right person that should be a client of mine, because, and I would assume that there are some things that they are ready for, right? So what are some of those things if a person says, listen, I want to know if Nikki's the right one for me?
Right. First, when you're getting a coach, a life coach, period, you need to make sure that they, to your point earlier, that they're certified. Okay. And there's so many different coaching agencies that have popped up. You've got influencers that create programs and they say, if you want to get certified, but if it is not certified by the International Coaching Federation, which is the ICF, the governing body of coaching, that is not your coach. Let's start there first. If they are not governed,
somebody's feelings is really hurt right now.
If they are not governed by the International Coaching Federation, they're not your coach. I'm going to start there. That's first. Second, when we do a consultation, that is your moment to share where you are and where you're desiring to be. Mm-hmm. I've had potential clients come to me with a fitness goal in mind, and I have to let them know, hey, I'm going to tell you what I can do, because I don't believe in talking to people and say, oh, well, I don't do that. Session over, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, this is what I can do. If you're looking to gain the discipline, we can work on that through a minimum 3-month program where we can talk about the basics of discipline. That way, when you do get a fitness coach, you can say that you have strengthened your discipline to be able to reach those goals. But I'm very upfront with potential clients and clients alike. Hey, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a fitness coach. I'm not a therapist. We will not be talking about feelings, emotions, that kind of thing. Because first of all, you can get sued for that. Nobody has time for that. I'm not here to give you any type of financial advice, any type of health advice, anything like that. So I want to be able to let them know what I can do. But I also tell my potential clients, but I do refer out. I do know fitness coaches. I do know financial advisors. I do know business coaches. I do know business mentors and, those types of things. So I have no issue referring people out to what their actual need is. Okay. And I think it's about just having an open conversation with people and getting to the heart of people. I always tell just anyone, coaching with me is different because I'm going to get to the heart of you, period. I'm going to get to the heart of you. There are going to be coaches that want to sell you their program.
Yes.
There are coaches that want to sell you into getting a new life. That is not what I do here at Her Life Coaching LLC. If you want to get a transformative experience, you're going to get that with Her Life Coaching. If you want to get to the heart of who you are destined to be, you can do that here at HLC. If you're trying to connect with different versions of yourself, because I feel and I believe that different versions of ourselves exist in the now, meaning 18-year-old Chisa still exists.
Oh, she does. She gets out of control sometimes. I try to keep up because she's not the same girl.
Yeah, but guess what?
She's still there.
65-year-old Chisa exists right here in 2023 as well.
Yes.
5-year-old Chisa also exists.
She does.
And what I'm able to do is I'm able to kind of have a meeting with the minds with all those different versions. And you need that sometimes. You need to be able to tap into your 18-year-old self and say, you know what? You deserve love. You were always meant to deserve love. And what happened to you was not your fault. Your future self deserves love. Because although you're not there yet, she needs to know that you're rooting for her. The 65-year-old version of you needs to know that you love her right here in 2023.
Definitely. We're trying to get there. Trying to get to her.
Trying to get there. And even if it's just saying, hey, sis, I love you. And I'm not there yet, but I'm sending you love from 2023 because I know you're going to need it for when we link up.
Yes.
Right? And so that's what I would say. I'm certified. I'm going to get to the heart of you. I'm going to ask the right questions, but I'm also going to require you to do the work. And I want someone who works with me to require me to do the work because that's how the coaching relationship works. It's a little give and take on both parts. So it'll be transformative.
Yes. Now I want to, because we got about 6 minutes or so left, but I want to ask you about your conference that is coming up because I have not made it to a conference in person. Okay.
Yes.
But I did make it virtually. And
yes, you did.
virtually. We had a bomb time. Like I'm telling you, it was such good energy and it was at a good time, right? Because everything was happening with COVID and being able to still tell these women that they needed a restorative process, that they needed to still be in communication with each other was a wonderful thing. And then for me, always talking about confidence. Tell them about this conference that's coming up though.
The Speak What You Seek retreat, baby. Listen, I can't even all the way put into words how much this retreat means the most to me, but this will be retreat. I think this is going to be 9 or 10. I lose track, but the first week in November, we get together at a lake house. We have a personal chef. Shout out to Chef K. She's the best if you're in the DMV area, and she travels. Chef K will be making meals for the ladies the entire weekend. We'll be doing yoga. We'll be doing facilitated workshops with myself. This year, we're actually going to have the opportunity to coach ladies one-on-one. So you guys can get on the calendar. You can have one-on-one coaching with myself. We will be having a mental health therapist on site with us. If things come up that are a little heavy, you can meet with a mental health therapist at the Speak What You Seek retreat. That'll be your weekend to just be. We're not requiring anything from you but to come, be open, be authentic, and be ready for sisterhood. We have women that have come to our Speak What You Seek retreats back in 2013, and they have not missed one. Even when we were virtual, they was there, notebooks ready. We even had Chef K do a virtual cooking class, and everybody had their pots and pans warmed up, ready to go. Our yoga instructor, who now lives in Mexico, which, by the way, let me just say, that was on her vision board when she came to the Speak What You Seek retreat.
Okay.
So many retreats ago, and is living her best international life. And guess what she said? Hey, whether I'm coming in person or somebody plugging up somebody's Zoom, I'm gonna be there because I don't miss those.
Yes.
So will be there as well. So this is the time for us to prepare for 2024. I know it's kind of weird. We just got into 2023. But what they say, if you got to get ready. You don't got to get ready if you stay ready, right?
That's exactly, yes. I believe in that.
November 2nd through the 5th, you can follow us at Hype Her We on Instagram, or you can follow us or go to our website, wearehypeher.com, where you can register. You can we don't have Afterpay, but we got After Pay. You see what I'm saying? We do a payment plan if you want to. Bring your cousins, bring your friends. And this year we will be in Tennessee. So we're excited to get together in the mountains and just be.
I love the mountains. Tennessee is definitely a great place if you want to get away. And we spent some time in Tennessee last year, and I like going to the mountains. I mean, I love going to the mountains anyway. The mountains here are always my favorite. So I always feel like it brings tranquility. It brings some calmness. It brings some, just because the mountains give you the feeling of you are so little. You are looking at the majesty of this big, gigantic structure, and you are like a little teeny weeny speck in comparison. And it's like, God made all of this and I'm here. That's how I always feel when I get to the mountains. And I'm always like that little teeny weeny bit of scared about falling off the side of a mountain. Because those mountains up in Tennessee, when you are driving up there, honey, mess around and be on the ground. You might be awake when you're going through those mountains. But I mean, it is what it is. But no, I appreciate this because I wanted people to know that there was an opportunity. And I think a lot of times when it comes to Black women doing retreats, and I've said that I wanted to do a retreat for the longest time. We had planned it, and then COVID came, and I was like, well, we won't be retreating with anybody now. And so I retreated in the house, okay? But I was like, I am not about to be around all of these people. But I think that that's something that, you know, when you look and you say the vision board, that's something that I know eventually that I definitely do want to do with people for a weekend. You know what I'm saying? A 2-day kind of thing. I think that would be good. But I'm proud of the fact that not only are you doing it, but that, what did you say? Consistency, right? All of these years to continue to do it and to still have people that are continuing to grow with you is a powerful thing. And that should just let you know why you need to be a part of what she's doing right there, right? Like that's a number one reason. So tell them one more time where they can find you online so that this way they know that they're not missing out anything.
Yes. So you can follow me on Instagram at I am her life coach. You can go to my website, herlifecoaching.com, and make sure you follow the women's empowerment platform, Hype Her We, or wearehypeher.com. Can't wait to connect with you all. Please don't be afraid to ask me any questions, DMs, emails. I answer them all. So excited to connect with you all.
Yes. Now I'm going to tell Nikki, she doesn't even know. Nikki's going to be at something. I don't know what she's going to be at.
Everything.
But listen, I'm not even asking, because when she asked me to be somewhere, I'm going to be where she asked me to be, okay? We don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be something. And when I'm telling you, the two of us together, is so much energy in the room. So if you are depleted, whenever we get together, the energy levels are on 1,000,000,000,3,500 infinitesimal, right?
We're giving you color. We giving you natural hair. We giving you colored hair. We giving you everything.
All of it. Did you see that in your henny? We're going to give you all of that. But something's coming up. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to tell y'all. Me and her are going to work it out. It's going to be some awesomeness that's coming up. And I'm just happy to know you, like, honestly, and to just, you know, continue to see your growth as an individual, as a mother, as a mompreneur, as a sisterpreneur. I mean, like, all of those things to me, I feel like you embody like somebody that I'm like, I'm proud to know that chick. Like, that's a dope chick right there, you know? And so, you know, you always make me just so happy to watch your videos and stuff. And so I just want more people to be like, yes, I like that, Coach Nikki. I need to get my life together and I'm going to go talk to her. Because don't come to me for the life part. Come to me. I'm the business part. Come to me to get your business fix. Go to her to get your life fix. So you probably need to get the life fix first, then come to the business, or you can flip it, whichever way you need to do it. But yeah. Go to her to get the life part because she can get you together. Thank you so much for being on today. I appreciate it. Yes. All right. So everybody, if you're watching on the replay, feel free. You can still leave comments. You can still share with everybody. We love that. We did have somebody on here commenting saying that they love the transformativeness and love the meeting of the minds, right? And so I want to thank you guys for watching. If you watch live, if you're on the replay, like I said, share it. Let people know, you know, the show is going on every Monday, 12 o'clock Eastern. Eastern time, right? And we'll be back next week with another dope woman giving you all the goodness that we have here. So make sure you always show up and show out and you continue to give it to the people. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Give It to the People Live. We're here to help you with your mental wealth. And if you're looking for future events, you're looking for past podcast episodes, you're looking for our webinars or anything that can help you grow your business acumen, make sure that you visit giveittothepeople.com.